side, freedom's knocking at your door.
Hello there, I'm Madalyn O'Hair, back again with the American Atheist Forum.
And I'm Jon Murray, the president of American Atheists.
You know, back in 1968, I wrote a little booklet, and this little booklet was titled, Let Us Pray, and it consisted of 34 pages. And I tried to send this to every single newspaper and magazine in the country, because what it was an expose of the tremendous businesses that churches are. Because at that time, everybody was pretending that churches only had to do with religion, and that no churches had any land, no churches had any manufacturing or business ventures, and that no church had stocks and bonds. And I had discovered, of course, that they had. And I was well over a year and a half trying to get it printed. No one would accept it at all. And finally, in order to get it done, I had to type it out by counting the number of letters in a line, etc., and got it like in this condition in order to print it and send it out. I was thoroughly abused in the media because I had attempted to make this expose. So can you imagine how thrilling it is that I find that a paper in Arizona,
The Arizona Republic out of Phoenix,
has used, what is it, 7-day series.
Well, let me see here.
With an expose of just exactly how much the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints owns, how much they are involved in businesses.
There's 11 full newspaper pages of copy here, with a massive
and everything
series.
that I had wanted to say, everything that I tried to say, is in here enlarged upon, and a whole group of persons took part in the expose. Why don't you tell them about it?
Well, this is a massive, as I said, reporting thing, a massive expose, a series by the Arizona Republic newspaper on the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is a result of 9 months of research on behalf of the paper and its staff, looking into the financial empire that is the Mormon Church. Now, we can't, of course, present that much copy to you in a 30-minute format, or even 3 or 4 30-minute formats.
Oh, no.
So we have to just blurrily brush this and touch some highlights. The American Atheist Forum did this once before with the Church of Scientology.
Oh, yeah.
That the Los Angeles Times did a series like this on, I think about a year ago, that was 10 or 11 full pages in the paper.
Maybe they'll get around to the Roman Catholic Church someday.
Yeah, well, I certainly hope so. But for now, the Mormons, the LDS Church, or the LSD Church, as we refer to it jocularly as, out of Utah. Let's hit some of the highlights here and see what they have to say. First of all, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints claims 7.8 million members worldwide.
That's not very many.
It's among the most rapidly growing and powerful economic institutions in the United States. The Arizona Republic, after this 9 months of research, conservatively estimates that the church collects about 4.3 billion, not million, a year from its members, plus another 400 million from its many enterprises. Now, if you compare that with the sales of publicly traded companies, the church's $4.7 billion would place it about 110th on the Fortune, can't get that, tracks that it sends out to radio stations. There's also a subsidiary that does satellite transmission, and they make about $25 million a year, selling satellite time to, for example, 20 National Basketball Association teams, all of the U.S. major television networks, and several in Canada, Japan, and Australia, along with the Catholic Television Network, Travelers Insurance, Hilton's Hotels, and the Radio Shack chain use their uplink off of the satellite to do their commercials and do their broadcasting, etc. They also have an advertising agency that does advertising, billboards of all kind, car dealerships. They do advertising for Major League Baseball and the Boy Scouts, etc.
Oh, they are one of the major supporters of the Boy Scouts in the United States. The Mormons are.
And
actually,
they have
without
a
their
couple
support, I
other
don't know if the Boy Scouts
subsidiaries
could make it.
that put together sports programs, commercial and corporate training films, and they also do work for Walt Disney Productions. So with all of this, it's incredible. But I mean, so if you're listening, for instance, if you're in Provo and you're listening to KBYU, that's a Mormon station. Salt Lake City, KSL-TV. Seattle, KIRO-TV. Chicago, WTMX-FM. Dallas, KZPS-FM, KAAM-AM. Kansas City, Missouri, KMBR-FM, KMBZ-AM.
What's
Los
New York?
Angeles,
Because they have
KBIG-FM.
they have the largest
New York City, New York, if you're listening to WNSR-FM,
that's supposed to be the largest broadcast.
Is ranked 15th. They have an adult, they have an audience of about 115,000 in New York. In San Francisco, KOIT, and in Seattle, KIRO. And those are just some of them. If you're listening to any of them, you're listening to Mormon stations. And you can usually tell one of the little key things is that you won't hear any advertising for alcohol or for cigarettes on those stations.
There you are. You won't see any advertising for that in the American Atheist either. And you can get a free sample copy by writing for it at the address that's going to be shown on the screen. We'll be back with you next week, same day of the week, same time probably, and same station. Do tune in. Remember that religion has caused more misery to all of the human community than any other single idea in every era of human history. Well, John, that was a pretty good coverage of the Mormons, and we'll have to pick that up in the magazine, too.
That's right.
Okay, well, thank you for listening, and goodbye for now.